Hello everyone, VanguardOfValor here with another episode of FTL for you. We're back aboard the VSS Necromancy. Our ship here is the Kestral A, modified by Morat48's Ghost Stories mod. So we get all kinds of interesting things happening here. We have no oxygen in system on board this ship, which is why Atreyu here is permanently suffocating in our medbay. And it's why our ship crew members are partially see-through, only have 50 health, and are immune to suffocation, because they're all ghosts. So things should be fairly interesting here. We have some pretty hefty weaponry, although not exactly the most powerful, just very diverse, with breach bombs that don't take any missile weapons to fire. We've got hull lasers, we've got fire beams rather, and an ion blast Mark II. We've also got a cloak system, teleporter, and some fairly decent defenses with nice shields and engines. So everything should go quite well for us. Also, in case you haven't noticed, we have a brand new microphone now, which should make our audio quality significantly better. However, on the downside, I'm also sick right now, which should make my audio quality significantly worse. So hopefully it balances out a little bit and you guys can still enjoy listening. Although I may be cutting out partway through some of these episodes so that I can actually, clear up some of the fact that I'm sick, might need to be coughing or sneezing or whatever off camera. So if there are random cuts in this video, that's probably why they're going to be there. So let us make some headway into this system. We'll jump over here first and see what they have to offer. We have ourselves a collection of rocks. Rock mining vessels harvesting the mineral-rich asteroids in this locality, and their scouts take our presence to be a transgression. We move to battle stations and prepare to murder them. So we're going to ion blast them in the shields with auto-fire by holding Control when we select our weapon and fire at it. That's how we launch a single weapon auto-fire, which is very convenient and very handy. And they actually got hit in the oxygen already, which is great. Great indeed. This is a great layout for using the fire beam, because we can hit a lot of their systems simultaneously. We're also going to dodge those multiple lasers, thank you very much. And once our fire beam is ready, yes it is, we are going to fire some flames right through all those rooms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 flames, fantastic. If we can keep the oxygen system burned out already, that'll be great. We might actually be able to kill them just because that's down already. They're trying to fix it already though, which is not ideal. Next, a fire beam we fire is going to go through their weapons and their shields. And that way we can distract them from fixing the oxygen system. And then, once that happens, we should be able to worry about turning off. We shouldn't have to worry about anything else. We should be able to turn off the oxygen, or rather turn off the ion blast, and just let them burn themselves to death. If they manage to get their shields back online before the asteroids kill them, which is not looking entirely likely at the current time, but we'll have to see how it goes. These guys look like they are coming and trying to fix the oxygen, which is not ideal. Let's see if we can't hit them. Let a couple more fires in there before they have a chance to fix them. There we go. Burn, 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 burn. There's no oxygen in the oxygen room, but he might actually have a chance of fixing it before they get out of there. So what we're going to do is, we're going to make sure they die. Excellent. The rock ship moves into a defensive position and transmits a white flag signal. They're willing to buy their lives, offering us 3 fuel drone powered 26 scrap, but we're not interested in that pitiful offer, so we do not accept their surrender. They are... Oh, another fire just spread into that room, which is not good for them, but they did get their shields online now. So the chances are they're probably going to suffocate out before they can do anything else to it. They have 1 hull remaining, and they have no oxygen remaining in their ship, nor can they afford to try and fix the oxygen system, so these poor rocks are going to suffocate to death. They also have no power in the helm, so they can't go anywhere. Their main weaponry is all offline, so they can't do anything about that. And it's just a matter of time before they eventually die a horrible, suffocating death. Down he goes. You're the last remaining guy there, friend. You're hiding in your engine's room, praying the oxygen lasts just that little bit longer. But we all know it won't. There he goes. There are no more life signs remaining on the ship, so he's stripped of useful material, getting a fuel, a drone part, and 58 scrap. Alright. Yes, indeed. Turn the ion blast back on and get ready to jump. Where are we going to jump to? Let's jump over here, say. And we'll work our way back. What do we have at this nice green planet? Well, as soon as we arrive, a small mantis ship detaches from a wreck and jumps away. We must have interrupted their salvage operation because we find a weapon ready to be installed. We have 22 scrap and breach missiles. Awesome. That's something to sell. We're not going to want them, but we can sell them. What's back at this unvisited location? Let's take a look over here. We see a Zoltan merchant and ask about his wares. He responds, saying, "Sorry, but it took years to gain their trust. I can't be seen communicating with you. I hope you understand." He cuts communications, and we're okay with that. I understand it's hard to deal with that kind of thing. We have a store over here, so we should check that out, but first we're going to jump to this beacon and see what they have to offer. Is there anything good over here? We jump out of the beacon to see laser blasts coming from the other side of the beacon. It looks like someone's under attack from pirates. Let's help those civilians get over there. We fire up weapons and engage the pirate ship. Oh, look at that! Zoltan's and human. Perfect for killing with fire. Zoltans are one of the best races for killing with fires because they have so little health. Mantis are marginally superior because they're terrible at putting out the fires. So once you start to set things on fire, they basically just die anyway. The ability to put out fires is directly related to your repair ability. So if given that the NGs are 50% worse at repairing than anyone else, they're 50% worse at putting out fires than anyone else, which means they take a lot more damage too. Let's light some fires on board that ship. There we go. That's a nice 6 fire burn, hitting the oxygen, the weapons, and the helm. They'll give them a lot to think about. While they are burning up here, we can take our sweet time to getting ready to burn them in more systems, setting their engines, shields, and an empty room on fire. They are going to try and fix their weapons, but only until we set the shield room on fire. Then they're going to head over there and put that out instead. Gotta prioritize there, people. Gotta prioritize. Alright, he's heading back into the weapons. We're going to burn those up again, too, in a second. Also, be right back. Alright, my apologies. My apologies. Let's see if we can't burn these guys out of here and get them off our enemy ship. Launch the fire beams, gentlemen. There we go. That Zoltan should burn up anytime. There we go. And this human should go out anytime soon, too. Oh, no, he actually managed to put out the fire in its room. Remarkable. Now, if a fire spreads in there, he'll die. Or if we have to wait until we can use our fire beam again, he'll die then, too. But for the time being, oh, no, fire spread in and he is down. There we go. There are no more life signs detected on the pirate ship, so we hasten to contact the civilians, getting 2 missiles, a jump part, and 56 scrap in the process. When we contact them, we find out that they were a science vessel. They thank us for saving them and offer us a small reward of a fuel, 2 missiles, and 43 scrap. 256 scrap is quite a lot. We could head over here and then jump to the store, then jump to the distress beacon, maybe work our way around this edge. So let's try that. Let's jump over here first and see what they have to offer. Is there anything good here? Excuse me. We notice a rock ship performing combat exercises. However, they quickly change their course to engage us. They apparently treat unregistered alien ships as handy target practice. Oh good, and they have big missiles and big lasers. Hopefully we can ion blast them and set those systems on fire and make them move and do something else. Yes, indeed. That would certainly be ideal. Otherwise, we take quite a lot of hits. Quite a lot of hits here. Here comes the shots. Dodge those, thank you very much. Once our shields go down, we're going to set them on fire. We should take 1 more ion blast shot if we can actually hit them with it. No, we missed, which means that their systems reset back to full. That is not what we wanted to have happen. We did take a damage in an empty room. That's okay. Come on, guys. You have to actually hit them with your ion weapons. You have plenty of shots. Please don't miss them all the time like this. We need to be able to hit them in the weapons. Otherwise, we are going to die here for no good reason. Please hit them. You guys have so much practice shooting bullets. You should not be missing this often. Not be missing this often at all. Alright, here comes another missile. We're going to dodge this one. Thank you. And there we go. Now we're going to set them on fire. So, in order to do this the most profitable way, we're going to try and set as many rooms of their shields on fire as possible, because that will prioritize them out of the room they're in. Of course, we didn't set any of the weapons on fire, which is really bad for us. We needed to get at least one of those weapon rooms on fire, otherwise the weapons are not going to go out. Let's try again like this then. If we can make them prioritize the oxygen while they're busy prioritizing things like shields, helm, and medbay, we should be able to get them out of there. Please miss us, missile. No, you did not. Ow. That did a lot of damage. Light some more fires on their ship, please. Their weapon system is on fire, so it should knock at least one of those weapons off pretty quick. And the fact is, only one Rockman is trying to deal with those 4 fires, so the Hermes missile should go offline fairly quickly too. There we go. They've missed us now, which is great. We're going to set more fires in the shield room and the engines. There we go. Set everything on fire. Everything is offline. We're down to only 13 health. We lost 7 damage in that fight, which is not great. But they're completely offline now. The problem is, this system relies heavily on our ion blasts actually hitting at the start of the match. And if we miss a lot of them like we did there, and miss at exactly the wrong time, it makes it quite difficult for us to actually do anything about it. Their oxygen is offline, and they are slowly starting to suffocate out of some of these different rooms, so that is very good for us. Next up, we're going to set more fires up through here, hopefully distract them yet again, give them more to think about. We want to get as many rooms of the shield on fire as possible, because that gives them the most distraction. If we can get them out of that oxygen room, that would be fantastic. There we go, set the room on fire, even though there's already no oxygen in it. That should make it difficult for them to repair it on time. And he may suffocate before he gets a chance to actually fix the room, which would be great. And down he goes. Fantastic. We have 2 Rockmen left on board the ship who are trying their hardest to survive, despite the impossible odds. He's running all the way up to this empty room, isn't he? No, he's trying to get to the oxygen bay. That's okay, we're just going to start some fires in there to make your life more difficult. Yes, we are. Because we're evil like that. There we go, and you are going to suffocate just like everyone else. Bye-bye. With the crew dead, we're able to take fuel out of storage, and also take all the scrap we can manage, getting 6 fuel and 49 scrap. I mean, for all we know, these guys don't even realize that what we're doing kills people. They're just like, oh, we don't need oxygen. They clearly don't need oxygen either. Let's just take the oxygen out of their ship so they're happier. I have a feeling that's probably not what's going on, but you know what? If it was, I think it'd be kind of funny. So, what is next on our schedule? I guess we go check out that shop, because if we can find anything good in there, we can probably buy it, and we should be able to sell off our breach missiles and whatnot too. So let's jump over to the store and see what they have to offer. Anything good at all. We cross paths with a rock ship returning from a rare diplomatic mission. Equally surprising, the captain responds to our hails and agrees to a mutual trade. Oh, ooh, 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 ooh. I like these things. I like them a lot. Let's buy an oxygen system so that our rock crewmen can actually survive. Let's buy our stealth weapons so we can shoot while we're cloaked. And let's buy a shield charge booster, because that's an amazing thing as well. All of those are good. We have some money left over, so we'll buy some quick repairs. We'll get ourselves back up to 20, I guess. And awesome. We just got some... Oh, hey! We're instantly at full oxygen. That's weird. There's not even any power in the oxygen system, and we're still instantly at full oxygen. Buy another power bar, put that in the oxygen so we can actually keep that oxygen up. The thing about buying oxygen is it does two things for us. One, it means our other non-ghost crew can live on board this ship, but it also means that enemy boarders can live on board our ship. So we're going to have to deal a lot more with them than we could have before, because before, as soon as they boarded into any room, it had no oxygen in it, and they started to suffocate. Whereas now, enemy boarders are going to be a bit more powerful. Hopefully we'll be able to deal with that no problem, though, and we'll keep moving. So, oh, we should sell them those missiles and stuff, too. Yes, before I forget. That would be good. Let's go into the store, sell them the breach missiles, because I'm not going to be using those. Sell them the burst laser, because I'm not going to be using that either. That gives us back up to 100 scrap, which is good. And we're going to use that to upgrade something. What are we going to upgrade? We could upgrade our stealth again, I guess, because that would be a good use of our money. Yes, indeed. Stealth up a level, power up for the stealth, because that way, since we have our stealth weapons, we can actually make more use of them. We could go over to this distress beacon, which is probably what we'll do. Hopefully we'll find something good over there. Let's jump over this way. Okay, in this blue area of space, where we arrive at the distress beacon near a small asteroid belt and find a ship with pirate markings partially crushed between two large rocks. They must have been illegally mining the belt without proper equipment, so we can do two things. We can destroy them and loot their ship, or we can try and dislodge the ship by shooting the rocks. I feel helpful today. We feel like we're going to help those pirates, so we're going to shoot the rocks. We fire a few volleys into the rock and it starts to shudder and break apart. Without shields, the pirate ship takes a beating, but eventually it pulls free. They thank us for our assistance, and we get fuel, 2 missiles, and 39 scrap. Alright. Alright indeed. We could head around this way, which would probably be a nice way of getting some additional coverage. How many jumps do we have, though? We have 1, 2, 3-ish, 4-ish, and 5-ish. So we probably could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out. But let's just take the safe way. We'll go this way first. It's hard to say exactly what we'll find over here, but let's go take a look. We find a rock ship docked with a damaged Mantis fighter. Before we have a chance to hail them, the ship moves in to attack us, and we register teleporter signals from the disabled ship. They're using Mantis tech to board us. And now's when we wish we had that lovely ability to not have any oxygen in those rooms. I could start suffocating them now, but it's going to take me a while, and by the time that happens, I could already be out of there. So I'm just going to send my Rockman in, and that should deal with the problem. So we're actually going to swap room spots for them so that the Rockman can fight in against the Rockman, and our handy apparition here can give support. We're going to start ion blasting them before I forget. They have breach missiles, so we're going to want to take those out pretty quick. Very quick, in fact, because those are very, very nasty weapons. Very, very nasty indeed. Once their shields go down, we're going to have a fun time blasting them with fire beams. And down goes the Rockman. Here comes a missile our way, so Atreyu, you're going to run back over to the teleporter. And we're going to dodge that attack. Here it comes. Dodge net. Thank you very much. And we should be able to pummel them while still cloaked, although we really need to hit them, please. Don't let their shields recharge. Thank you. Fire beaming them through the weapons. And a collection of other important rooms. Here we go. Oh, wow, that was a pretty effective one. We have the oxygen, the med bay, the helm, and the weapons, and the shields. Everything's on fire. Not quite what I intended to do, but definitely a valuable outcome. So, their shields are already burning. Let's try and get them in the weapons again. Because that would be lovely if we can get those systems offline. I'd much prefer to not get hit by any more breach missiles. Thank you very much. There we go. That should give them a lot to think about. For some reason, not too worried about these shields this time. Normally, the shields get very high priority on the fixing schedule. But this time, not so much. On the other hand, the breach missile can't actually hurt us because we have a cloak, so we can continually dodge out of it just in time so they can't actually hit us. We're going to start some more fires in the weapons room. Here we go. Start those fires, gentlemen. There's fires in the med bay as well, so you can't start healing again. If we can keep all your systems burned out, there's not a thing you can do to us, and I'm cool with that. That sounds like a great plan to me. So the systems are burning up very slowly, but they are burning up, so that's all we needed. And they're also spreading the fires to nearby rooms, which is great. We're going to start more fires like this, set the weapons room entirely on fire. There we go. That should give you something else to think about. There's no oxygen in there, meaning it's no longer safe to hang out in there. I'm going to start trying to fix the oxygen room and the med bay. But hopefully enough, we should be able to prevent them from doing so by lighting the rooms on fire. So, fire beam, it's your job to make their lives miserable. So we're going to start some fires right through there. Here we go. Fires go. 3 fires in there is fantastic. They're all going to burn out very quickly because, of course, there is no oxygen in those rooms, but it will slow them down significantly and actually stop him from trying to fix the oxygen room, which is great. And now these poor rockmen will die a very painful death. This is a very easy ship to use the fire beam against, because there are so many important rooms in close proximity that you can do a diagonal shot and hit them all, and they can never prioritize them quickly enough. Down goes the final rockman, and the ship is ours. We'll find a weapon system on them, and with no crew to stop us, we install it on our own, getting 44 scrap and a small bomb. Fantastic. Alright, not that we're going to use the small bomb, but it's definitely good to have anyway. Excuse me. Yes, I know my voice has gotten very gravelly, but there's not a thing I can do about it. We're going to keep moving here and hopefully make some nice progress. We have 122 scrap though. Should we spend that on something? We could spend it on better cloaking again, which would be fun. Let's do that. Better cloaking again. There we go. And we'll keep making more money as we journey through space. Anything good over here? Yes, indeed. I hope there is. When we arrive, it looks quiet, but we realize the computer is being scanned. A hidden rock vessel hails us, saying, "Why do you fill your computer with lies? These are not the holy words." Before we can interject, they open fire. Oh no. Well, we better use our ion blast to blast down their shields. They have Hermes missiles and a pair of heavy lasers. That pair of heavy lasers are not a problem, but the Hermes missiles most certainly are. Come on. Hit them. All you have to do is hit them. They don't have that good dodge, I'm sure. And we'll dodge out that missile. We have a nice 15 seconds of cloak here, which should give us plenty of time to light them up with our ion blasts. One more shot is all we need to hit them with the fire beam. Please miss. Please don't miss, I mean. There we go, perfect. Oh, I said please miss there. Alright, let's set them on fire and give them plenty to think about. Here we go. Fire, 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 fire. There we go. We are, of course, trying to hit the oxygen as well, because if we can get the oxygen out, they won't be able to repair the damage while they're busy trying to fix everything else. But it looks unlikely that we're going to get that to happen at the current time. So we're going to go for this again with our next fire beam, light their shields more on fire. I think we want 3 of the shield rooms burning, because that gives us the highest chance of them not being able to fix the burning weapons. So, light more fires, please, there, gentlemen. There we go. Excellent. They're hardly going to hit us with this missile, aren't they? Yes, they do. Right in the shields. Just about killing Poltergeist. Not quite, but just about. Yeesh. Yeesh. Okay, we need to get these guys burning, guys. Come on. We need to start as many fires as possible with this fire beam. We're not getting quite as many as I'd like. We're going to send Kirkner over to go fix it, and Atreyu to go fix it. We're also going to dodge that missile, thank you very much. There's a nice lot of fires. We've also got the oxygen room, which is good. Weapon room, which is also good. And shields, which is also good. The oxygen has burned out, and he's trying to fix the fires currently raging in there. We've got a pair of rockmen trying to fix the burning weapons, and we're going to light them on fire again in the shield, so hopefully they don't get a chance to fix that missile back online, because thankfully it's now offline, so the major problem on board that ship is no longer there. Alright, we have one guy trying to put out the fires in the weapons room, but that's okay, because the weapons are significantly offline now anyway. It's going to take them a while to repair them, and we hopefully won't give them the time to do that. We have a hard time doing damage to systems, but once the system goes down on board this ship, they have a hard time fixing it. There we go, lighting more fires, making sure there's nowhere safe to run. We're going to send Atreyu back to the teleporter room, we're going to send Kirkner back to his room, we're going to close that door, because I'm not sure why it's still open. There we go, the weapons have completely burned out, meaning there's nothing they can do about it. We're going to fire beam them through the engines and the shield room to make sure there's nowhere safe on board this ship. And they should die off pretty quick now there's no oxygen in the majority of the rooms they've got. There we go, we have someone going over frantically trying to fix the oxygen system while suffocating. He does have a lot of health, so the chances of him actually being able to do it are pretty good. But we're also going to hit him with another fire beam, which should slow down his ability to do anything about it. While the rooms are on fire, you obviously can't fix the damage underneath. And we got 2 fires in there, which is great. They are going to both go out at about the same time, because there is, of course, no oxygen in there. I don't know, I went off a pretty staggered time there. But it definitely slows down his ability to fix the damage. As the rockmen suffocate, there's no oxygen left anywhere in their ship, and our ghosts revel in their power. Atreyu here is probably a little bit scared of what's going on. I don't know if he likes seeing all this. We're just suffocating his countrymen. But there are no more life signs remaining on the ship, so we strip it of useful material, getting a fuel, drone part, and 54 scrap. Lovely. The ghosts strike again. So what do we buy now, though? We've got lots of cloak and whatnot, but what can we get that'll help us out? Maybe level 3 doors would be good, because we don't have the ability to murder everyone with our lack of oxygen anymore. But I think what we're going to do first is we're just going to jump over here and make our way to the exit. We're probably going to miss a single jump here during this travel, but I'm okay with missing one jump. When we arrive, we find that we are next to the beacon, immediately hailed by a small shuttle telling us they're being attacked by pirates. Well, let's get over there and help those civilians. We always have a helping hand to give to people being attacked by pirates. We power up our weapons and engage the pirates. Oh wow, they have a lot of Zoltan in there. They're probably going to die a horrible death. They got a beam drone, a Artemis missile, and a basic laser. The only real problem on board that ship, of course, is the fact that they have a repair drone, which is going to slow down our ability to set everything on fire. but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. The Artemis missiles could give us some damage as well, but we should be able to dodge those out pretty easily, and things should be just fine for us. Also, the fact that, well, we have fire beams, so we're going to light them on fire in the most painful way possible. I don't know exactly what that is yet, but we're going to try and see if we can do it. We'll try and light them on fire, because we want to get... These are all rooms we want to burn, with the drones, the engines, the weapons, and the shields on fire. Because if the shield and the drones are on fire, that should prevent them from using the repair drones quite as easily. If the weapons are on fire, they shouldn't be able to hit us with as many Artemis missiles, and if the shields are on fire, that'll keep them preoccupied. So, if we can burn out all these systems, things should work out pretty okay for us. We gotta make sure we keep hitting them though. Get them with another fire beam, that should preoccupy them with more burning. There we go. Lots of fires there. Drone is now broken, so he can't help them repair. They thankfully missed us with that missile. That could have hurt. They are burning quite quickly though, which is very nice. The Zoltan are in a lot of pain. Not doing too good in there, chums. We're going to set more fires on board their ship. We should be able to dodge the next... Oh, we didn't even see that coming. I could have dodged it if I had known where it was. And there goes some more fires. There we go. Too bad about that one. That would have been an easy dodge. We're going to dodge this one, though, because that is very easy. Here goes more fire beams. They've actually got their drone back online somehow. I'm not sure how that worked. Oh, no! What happened was he turned off the beam drone. That gave them an extra power bar to use on the repair drone. But the rest of the system burned out quite quickly, so they didn't get a chance to use it anyway. And that last Zoltan should burn up in no time as he tries to run for safety. There we go. And the Rockman trying to fix the weapons actually managed to get the system of fire out. He might actually have a chance to repair it before it goes completely offline, or rather completely out of oxygen. Which would be unfortunate, because it should make it quite difficult for us to put it on fire again to put the missile out. Thankfully for us though, he decided to prioritize the shields instead, and did not bother trying to fix the weapons, which are now back on fire again anyway. So there, Rockman, you have a chance here. Can you fix the oxygen quickly enough to prevent yourself from suffocating? I doubt it, because we're going to be setting it on fire again while you're in it, trying to fix it. Keep burning out those systems there, gentlemen. Keep burning out those systems. We are the ghosts, and we use flames to do our damage. He actually managed to fix the oxygen system, which is quite remarkable, but he did suffocate regardless. There are no more signs of life detected on the pirate ship. We do gather 50 scrap of drone part and missile, though, and we hasten to contact the civilians. When we do, we find out that it was another science vessel. They thank us for saving them and offer us a reward of 2 missiles, a drone part, and 31 scrap. We're getting so much money in this game. So much money. Let's take a look here and see what we're going to buy with this amount of money. We could buy ourselves a better medbay, which would be good for some events. And we could buy ourselves a better teleporter in case we come across more drones. So let's do that. We'll buy those upgrades. And we'll buy another weapon upgrade as well, I think. And we'll buy... can't buy any more power for them at the time being, but that's okay. We're just throwing our money into upgrades now, so hopefully we can get something good out of them. Keep moving forwards. What do we find here at this place? We find a disabled rock transport floating near the beacon. We consider stripping of useful parts. We're uncertain why it's there in the first place. Well, the great thing about this mission is that even if you strip the ship and get caught, you get 2 rewards anyway, so there's no reason not to. So we're going to strip the ship. There we go, a rock patrol ship jumps in while we're salvaging the ship. They message us saying, "Filthy pirates, prepare to die." We doubt explaining our mission will convince him of our need, but we do get 3 fuel, a drone part, and 27 scrap from the ship we were dismantling. Alright, I'll be right back quickly. Yuck. Alright, so let's continue on our battle here. Here we go. So they have breach missiles, heavy laser, and basic laser. So the only weapon they have that's dangerous is, of course, the breach missile. But the fact is, we have a cloak, so we can permanently dodge it. So it's really not that dangerous anyway. Start auto-firing on their shields using control to click. There we go. Start pummeling down those systems, and we should be able to set them ablaze before too long. Here come some shots. The breach missiles should take a nice long time to charge up, which should give us... No, Ion Blast, please keep hitting the shields. I want Fire Beam to hit them right across there. There we go. That should do some nice damage, and they should be firing their breach missile any second now. Any second now. There it goes. So we are going to dodge that. Thank you very much. There we go. And we have a nice long time to attack them, 15 seconds with our stealth weaponry, meaning we can do all the damage we want and they can't do a thing about it. Next up though, we're going to try and set the weapons on fire, because that would be lovely. We only got 2 fires from that whole beam. That's terrible. Thankfully, they're busy preoccupied trying to fix the shield, so they're not going over to fix the weapons, which will give us plenty of time to start more fires on board their ship. So next is going to be 3 shield rooms and 2 medbay rooms if we can help it. And it should be great. Their oxygen is now burned up, their weapons are starting to burn up, and now this shot should take them off their previous work. With the weapons fully burning, the breach missiles are now offline, which is great, and their shields will burn out. It's funny, because these guys are, despite being rocks, their ship layout makes them incredibly easy to burn to death. Incredibly easy to burn to death. We're also going to start taking out their medbags. If we can get that thing out, they won't be able to heal once they start to suffocate. And they certainly will heal if we don't take that thing out beforehand. So, we're going to make sure that doesn't happen. More fires, gentlemen. The medbay is burning, but they're preoccupied trying to fix the shields, so it's not happening anything else. There we go. More fires in the shields will keep them busy. The entire ship is practically on fire, except for the rooms that have no oxygen left, so that should make their times a little bit difficult. The medbay, perfect, ran out of shields just before the oxygen ran out, and they should start suffocating in no time. I'm going to start some more fires through those rooms to keep them busy, prevent them from actually fixing the damage done, and everything should go just fine. Oh yeah, you poor rockmen. You poor suffocating rockmen. Let's kill them one more salvo, and this rockman might actually have a chance to fix that oxygen system before it dies, but not quite. It doesn't quite. We find a weapon system on their ship with no crew to stop us. We install it on our own, getting 42 scrap and another hull smasher laser. I believe we have one of those already. Yes, we do. We have 2 hull laser ones now. Those are fun weapons, but not exactly what we're looking for. We're going to jump over to the exit and get out of here. We have just enough time to do so. Fantastic. Alright, and when we get there, what do we find? We get to the long-range beacon, where we discover a nearby space station hails us, and they greet us, telling us that our arrival is most fortuitous. They've come across some extra drones, and if we have some fuel, they will offer it to us. However, we don't need any drone parts, so we're rejecting their pitiful offer. Nice try there, gentlemen. Alright, let's get out of here and jump to Sector 6, the uncharted Nebula. We have a little choice here. We're jumping into the Nebula whether we like it or not, so hopefully it works out well for us. We have a whole ton of fuel, so that makes it not so bad. The gases making up the Nebula in this sector threaten to impair our systems, but we'll have to press on. The only problem with this is that we're heavily based on knowing where our enemies are so that we can fire beam appropriately. Not being able to see into the enemy ships might make this quite difficult, but hopefully it all works out for us in the end anyway. Alright, so what we're going to do here is I will be right back and then we will get going. So, here we go. Alright, so, got myself some else to drink, so now hopefully my voice won't be quite so crackly. We'll see how it goes, though. So, let us jump further into this mysterious place. Actually, first, we're going to upgrade our oxygen to level 2. Because with level 2 oxygen, you have a higher chance of not getting ruined by slug interceptors in these places. We could go to this distress beacon, but it's not actually in the nebula, but whatever. It's a distress beacon. We'll go check it out. See what they want. You never really know with these guys. Once we arrive, we find a ship emitting the distress beacon messaging us. They say that they're sorry to bother us, but they're out of fuel and can't get out of the barren sector. They ask us to help them out, and we agree by giving them 4 fuel, which is pretty hefty. They better give us something nice in return. Oh, they say, thank the gods, we can finally get out of here. We're jumping straight home, so take this extra weapon. We won't need it, hopefully. They give us an ion blast, lovely. Not exactly worth the 4 fuel, I don't think. I was hoping for more scrap, because we're not going to need the ion blast anyway, but maybe we can find somewhere to sell it. It appears that an automated rebel scout was positioned within the nebula to warn of our passing. I'm not too worried about that. It powers up its FTL drive, and if it gets away, it will no doubt warn the fleet of our position, but I'm still not worried about it, because we're going to move a tray out of that system. We're going to move 2 of our ghosts in there. Apparition, you're one of our heavy fighters, aren't you? Yeah? Are you better than Banshee? No, you and Banshee are pretty good. Poltergeist, not very good. Kirkner, how good are you? You're pretty good. Okay, we're going to send these 2 guys in. We only need 2. Kirkner and Apparition. So we're going to send them into the enemy ship. Yes, we are. Get them over there as quickly as possible into the enemy helm. Smash that thing from the inside. There's not a thing they can do. Turn off the fire beam. Turn on the ghost breaches. Excuse me. Because once we can breach their robo systems, they can't actually repair them for whatever reason. They were never designed that way. So theirs should go down fairly quickly. Once that bomb launches, we're going to dodge it. It's an ion bomb, so it's not the end of the world, but we are still going to dodge it. Next up, we're going to go smash them in the weapons, make sure they can't actually hurt us anymore. Ghosts are amazing boarders for these ships, because they just can't do a thing about you. You can get in there, you can smash them up, you don't take any suffocation damage, you can just chill out on board their ship while you blow them to little tiny pieces. They do have an Ion Blast Mark II, which could have been dangerous if it wasn't for the fact they had no other weapons to support it, and the fact that we have fairly nice dodge and a high-level cloak, so it resets it anyway. Keep smashing those weapons, gentlemen, and they will go down sooner rather than later. Our breach bomb is ready yet again. We don't want to blast the weapons until we're out of there, otherwise we'll be stuck and won't be able to move out of the room. So once that system is destroyed, we will swap out to the shields, and once that's done, we can do whatever we please, probably with hull lasers to smash them into little tiny bits. Interestingly enough, ghost breach bombs don't actually do any damage to the system that your people are standing in. I can ghost breach this one while my people are in there, since we're going to be teleporting them out after this anyway. It won't actually hurt them in the least, which is very weird. We'll turn off the ion blast and start charging up our hull laser so we have it ready when we feel like firing it, and we will ghost breach them right in the room they're standing in. Look at that. Not a single point of damage taken. Once that shield system does go down, we will be jumping our battle crew out of there and getting ready to do the damage with the hull lasers instead. One more shot just for fun. Make sure we take the whole system out. Give them the credit for destroying it. There we go. We also got to level up for, I believe that was Apparition. Yes, indeed, for our fighting skill, which is great. We are going to hull laser them in that empty room and gradually murder them that way. Character back to the cloaking room. Atreyu back into the teleporter. Everyone back where you should be. There we go. And we can hull laser them again in that empty room, and it will kill them off instantly. Not instantly, but definitely fast. There we go. Down goes the enemy ship. Ship breaks apart and we feel relief in the knowledge it will still hopefully be one step ahead, getting 1 missile, 1 drone part, and 28 metal. Lovely. Alright. Power out of there, please. And where should I put it? I don't even know. No, I need that to run my Ion Blast. That's what it was. Yes. Yes! Yes, indeed. 104 scrap. We could buy another level of weaponry, because that would let us fire 3 of our weapons simultaneously, which would be great. But for the time being, I think we'll leave it like this, and we'll just keep exploring this here Nebula. Lots of jumps available. What can we find? Another drone. We cross paths with an advanced scout of the rebel fleet, searching this section of the nebula for our ship. Well then, that's okay. They got big weapons though, so we're going to be jumping into their weapons very quickly again, same as last time. Let's go, gentlemen. This is a job for you, and for you alone. We're going to power up our teleport level 2 so we can get them out of there quickly once we need to, because we need to jump them into the shields, I think, after this. Or we can send another wave of crew in if we really feel like it. That could be pretty cool. Because we could do that too, actually. I think that would be a good idea. Let's send Banshee and Poltergeist now into the shields after this, because we'll be able to dodge everything anyway with our fantabulous cloaking device. There we go. They had a 5% chance of hitting us, so that wasn't going to happen. Now we can teleport into their shields and start taking those out while we're taking out the weapons simultaneously. Also, that's really weird looking. I don't know. I don't know if I just noticed that no one else has, but that the color looks really weird there when that was happening. Alright, the weapons should be just about destroyed, and we should be able to get out of there in no time. There we go. You guys get out of there. You guys can chill out until we need to go back in. And in the meantime, we're going to turn off this, turn on our important weapons here. The Ghost Breach and the Hull Laser. Should have had those on charging up beforehand, because we want to make sure those weapons do not recharge. Nor does the shield once it is completely destroyed either. So, keep doing damage there, gents. They've actually started to repair the weapons already, so we're going to have to jump back in there and then smash it again. Get back in. We cannot have them fixing any of those systems. We'll be Ghost Breaching them in a second, and then we can take them out at our leisure. So, you thought you could repair your systems, you silly, silly robot. Smash them with a Ghost Breach bomb. Thank you. There we go. Now they cannot repair it no matter what they want to do. Ectoplasm all over the walls. That's just gross. We should have the shields more or less destroyed momentarily as well, and that should give us just enough time to charge up the Ghost Breach bombs once again, so we can make sure they stay locked down. There we go. So it looks like our crew are doing pretty good as far as military strength goes. Banshee just leveled up to max level fighter as we destroyed that system. Very nice. Let's send them back to their appropriate systems. Poltergeist over to the engines, Apparition to the shields, and Kirkner down to your room. There we go. Well, we prepare to hull laser them in the face until they die. Very nice. Very nice indeed. So, yes indeed. How are we doing here? Looks like almost all of our crew have maximum level fighting skill, except for Revenant, who's never really left the helm. Yeah, well, that's okay. Smash them again there. Oh, one more salvo should kill them as long as we don't miss one of the shots. Oh, there's not a whole lot we can do about it if we can. We're going to breach bomb them in the helm just for fun. Not that it does anything to them. We're just going to smash them with the hull laser and hopefully kill them. 2 shots hit, please. Yes, down goes the auto assault drone. Nice try there, sucker. The ship explodes, giving us 34 scrap, a drone part, and 1 missile. Nice. We got 134 scrap, which we could easily use to upgrade more systems. Let's turn off the Ghost Breach and the hull laser, put them back on our crew killing system, and keep moving. There's lots of space to cover here. We've only got so much time to do it in, so we better travel everywhere we can. What do we have over here in this part of the nebula? We find, navigating the fog blind, that we practically bump holes with a Mantis ship. They hail us, saying, "Pah! This transgression will be overlooked. Nebula, very dangerous. Next time, humans all die." We tell them there won't be a next time. We plan to open fire, because we want to kill as many people as possible. Yeah, go, 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 go. They have pretty terrible weapons, too. Pretty terrible. Where are they? I can't tell. Oh, they're in our oxygen room trying to get out. So we're going to send Atreyu in there to see how many they sent on board. There's probably 2 of them. And if there's 2 of them, we're going to have a hard time doing anything to them. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to send him actually back over to the medbay. We're just going to vent this entire part of the ship. Thank you very much. Vent out every room. Here we go. We're going to send you back in. We'll turn off the oxygen, turn on the medbay. There we go. That should make them all die pretty darn quickly. They might try and escape to this part of the ship, but hopefully they'll suffocate before they get that opportunity. So we're going to start ion blasting them before I forget what I should be doing here. There we go. Just busy dealing with the borders at first. This thing is probably going to hurt us, but we can cloak it out so they can't do a darn thing to us anyway. Here we go, cloaking out that. We're going to send Banshee out of the room before he dies. They can try and attack our weapons room, but they're not going to because they're suffocating in there. We're also going to drain out all the oxygen from the room they're trying to get into, and once that system gets knocked out, the shields, we will be blasting them with all of the power of our flames. Alright, those guys should be dead now, I hope. They're not making any more noise. Let's take a look in there. Are they dead? Yes, they're dead. We'll send Banshee in there, close all the doors, shunk, turn the oxygen back on, thank you. And we're going to hit them with a fire beam. So, where's the fire beam going to go? We could launch it through the medbay weapons. Actually, here's what we're going to do first. We're going to go through oxygen, weapons, and engines. We should be able to go diagonally like this. We should get a lot of fire damage, like so. And go for it. We can't even see how many fires we're starting, though, which does make things a little bit difficult. It's hard to tell what rooms are currently on fire, well, with the complete lack of visibility. Hopefully, however, it works out in our favor. It's a little bit tricky to tell. Next shot, we're going to fire into the shield room to make sure they're busy. And it should reach down into the helm as well, which would be nice. There we go. Set some fires there, gentlemen. Distract whoever's left. If they are all Mantis, they should have one heck of a time trying to fix this damage. We are going to start more fires in the oxygen, weapons, and engines again, because we want to make sure they can't fix those. And then next up, we're going for the medbay, because hopefully we can make that system as well and keep them from fixing it. There we go, more fires. Hopefully we start one in the oxygen there this time. It's hard to tell, really. And next shot, yes, we did. Fantastic. We'll burn up their medbay, making that a lot less hospitable. They're trying to fix the oxygen, but we should give them something else to distract them fairly easily by lighting the medbay and engines back on fire. Here we go. Burn them up. There we go. Now, I don't know exactly how their ship's doing, but I'm guessing they're going to be dying fairly soon because most of their systems are burning up. So next shot is going to light some fires in there, which should be very effective. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fires are possible here. Light those fires. Yeah. Hard to tell if anything actually happened there because, like I said, we can't see. But from the feeling I'm getting here, they're burning up quite badly because their med bay is just broken. There. Teleporter's taking some damage. Let's start some more fires through here this time. And hopefully... Oh, no, that's already burning. Let's make sure they cannot fix the oxygen, weapons, or engine by lighting them on fire again. There we go. They're probably doomed there anyway, but we're going to see if we can do it. Looks like they're trying to fix the medbay currently now. All of their systems are burned out, but there are a lot of empty rooms. They're probably having some survivors hiding. Let us try and light the medbay one more time. Oh, no, they're dead anyway. With the crew dead, we take all the fuel out of storage, and we take all the scrap we can manage, getting 5 fuel on 64 scrap, which is very nice. We could upgrade our shields again, which we might do, because it'd be very nice to be a little bit more survivable. So let's do that. A little bit expensive, but definitely worthwhile. We can put our teleporter power in there when we're not using the teleporter. And let's keep jumping. Lots of space to cover here, gents. Lots of space indeed. What do we find here? Ooh, we find a heavily damaged Federation ship hiding in the Nebula at this beacon. Before we have time to make contact with them, they fade away into the Nebula. We can try to follow them and help them. We can try and keep our position so they can handle themselves, or we can lock onto their lifetimes with our teleporter and steal them aboard our ship. Luckily for them, we have oxygen now, so we can actually maintain another crew. Let's grab them. We beam the Federation crew aboard. One gladly joins our crew, and the rest wait to be dropped off at the next station. We also get 54 scrap from them. Who do we get? Oh, we got an NG. Hey, Sem, you're a robot. You should have no problem dealing with all these ghosts. No problems at all. Okay, there. So, we have some diverse crew now, surprisingly enough, despite the fact that we started off with literally all of the same people. We could jump over this distress beacon, then jump back into the Nebula and work our way out this way, and I think that's what we're going to do, because you never know, you can get good stuff from distress beacons. When we arrive, what do we find? Ooh, it appears that the source of the distress call was a small research station. It appears a small laboratory fire got out of control and is threatening to destroy the station. Their fire suppression system is not responding. Alright, this is a grim option. We have the option to send our crew in to help put out the fire. We have the option to dock and rescue the survivors. We can send our rock crew in, who are guaranteed to succeed, or we can wait for the fire to run its course, and then attempt to contact the spirits of its former personnel. I have a feeling they won't like us too much for doing this, but it's a new blue option, so I have to try it. What happens? The ghost crew member communes with the other spirits, giving them a stirring speech about their ability to still make a difference, even in death. One of the other ghosts agrees to join our cause. Pomeroy, the ghost. Hello there, ghostly chum. We have a whole pile of ghosts now. We've got 6 ghosts on this ship, which is pretty silly. And a Rockman and an NG. So, ooh, excuse me. Hopefully this all works out in our favor. It's hard to tell exactly what's going to happen with all these ghosts. Let's jump back over this way and see what we can find over here. A ship emerges quite far from the beacon. We see a rebel ship waiting nearby and undoubtedly stationed to look for us. But you know what? We're cool with that. We're going to go in and murder them. Let's attack that ship. They have a beam drone, basic laser, and a bomb. Nothing to be worried about. They probably also have repair drones, though, which is going to make things a little bit more difficult. We're going to ion out their shields to make sure they can't defend against us. Oh, they have a boarding drone. That does make things more difficult. Let's send these guys in there to deal with that. Let's send our oxygen level up to level 2. There we go. We only need our cloak to dodge their bombs, which should not be a problem. And we should be able to set these guys on fire nicely, and they should not have any repair drones since they have so many other problems going on. Alright, they've missed us with that first attack, which is great. We're going to fire beam them through some important systems. We're going to get them right up here. There we go. Not an ideal first shot, but it will possibly knock out the drone control, which would be very nice. And depending on where the fires actually started, we should be able to do some nice damage. So, we're going to set our next fire beam to go through the oxygen medbay shields and weapons. Yes, indeed, that should be very effective. Hopefully their systems are burning, because our Rockman is having a hard time in there, and I'm not too particularly interested in getting more holes in our ship. We're going to send... No, not you. I want Sem. Sem there. Go to that spot. Okay, I messed this up. You guys go out. Sem, you go in first. Treyu, you go in second. Swap positions. There we go. Perfect. Now we're going to keep firing at you. There we go. More fires on board your ship. It looks like they may actually have a repair drone, because as soon as that fire started, that door opened and something came out. And if they do, that's not the idealist situation here. Treyu, get out of there. You're going to suffocate. Okay. Our NG is fixing the system. Good. We're going to actually cloak here for a minute. Cloak, thank you. Sem has fixed the damage and is going to run out of that suffocation, heading back over to the medbay. Also, our medbay is off for whatever reason, so let's turn that back on. No wonder we were having such a hard time. And they've landed directly in our helm, you jerks. You stinking jerks. Okay, we need to turn off those drone controls. So let's set 2 fires in there. Burn up those systems, thank you very much. Okay, Revenant is taking some hits. We're probably going to need to run him out of there soon, but for as long as possible we want to keep him in there, because as soon as he leaves, we lose the ability to dodge at all. Alright, this is not so good. We have a tiny bit of dodge, 17% evasion. We need to power up our healing really fast. There we go. Speed up that healing factor so we can get our Rockmen. Oh, it looks like they actually burned out the system. Perfect. Perfect. Let's send Revenant back in there. He can punch that guy to bits. As we're going to continue hitting them with Fire Beam, we're going to make sure we burn them in nasty places. Here we go. Set them on fire. They did hit us in the engines with a small bomb, but it looks like it didn't do any damage, so I'm not sure what happened there. That was really weird. Really weird. Alright. I'm okay with that, it's just very bizarre. Next shot is going to go oxygen medbay engines, because we want to make sure the oxygen's down, otherwise we're going to have a hard time actually killing these guys with the fire. And they're probably humans, so it might not be too bad, because they are on a rebel ship, not a pirate rebel ship. But it's hard to tell exactly what's going on board there. Until we take off the medbay, it's impossible to tell if they're going to die or not. So we'll make sure the medbay is a priority to burn. A priority to burn. One more set of fire through there, make sure it goes down. There we go. We want to make sure they cannot keep that thing functioning, because as long as it's damaged, they are going to die eventually. As it's at full health, though, it's hard to do. There we go. The medbay is destroyed as well as the oxygen. These guys will die eventually. It's not half as much fun setting people on fire when you can't see what's going on board their ship, but we're going to stick with it anyway because it's what we've got. They fixed the medbay already. That's really unfortunate. Set more fires to the medbay. Looks like they're probably just hiding in there now, because everything else is broken. Their oxygen's depleted. All their systems are damaged. They're probably just hiding the 2 people left in the medbay, which is going to make them quite hard to kill with fire. But we're going to do it anyway. If we cannot actually kill them with the fire, we'll probably have to resort to using hull lasers or breach bombs. The ship is powering up its FTL and trying to escape, but that's not going to happen because all of their systems are damaged except for their medbay. So we don't have to worry about that at all. Let's set some more fires in their medbay. Actually, no, what we're going to do, we're going to ion blast the medbay. Oh, it's destroyed anyway, but we don't need to keep the shields locked down anymore because the shields are broken anyway, so we're just going to make sure they cannot repair the medbay no matter what happens by permanently ioning it out of submission. They will suffocate very shortly, and we can reap the benefits of their destroyed ship. Anything in there, gentlemen? Yes, there is. With the crew dead, we take 4 fuel out of storage and also get 61 scrap from their wreckage. Very nice, very nice. Alright, we're going to spend that money on another level of our weaponry, buy another power bar as well. Now, if we want to, we can use more weapons. We might even start going for the mega fire beam strategy and keep our hull lasers on our ship as well, so we can do some damage to people who are immune to fire, because that would be pretty funny. So let's try it. We're going to take our ghost breach out, we'll put our fire beam in the hull laser spot, and the hull laser in the ghost breach spot. Now we have a lot of fire weaponry. A whole lot of fire weaponry, and that should be nice and fun. So, power up the fire beams. Oh, fire. Oh, fire. I hope you like burning to death horribly, gentlemen. Let's jump across this nebula area and see what we can get over here. What do we find here? We find there's nothing here, save for vast swirls of gas, reflecting rays from a distant sun. Well, that's alright. Let's keep moving. Plenty of space in space. And it's an ion storm. Lovely. Lovely. A rock-armored transport nearby looks to have lost its bearings, but when we hail, they grow suspicious. Whatever life form you are, we find you repugnant. We seek no aid. Leave. Now. We have the option to leave. We have the option to say, repugnant, arm the weapons. We have the option to lead them out of the nebula with our rock crew member, which is a very good option. If you ever get this option, you have a rock crew, take that one. But we also have a ghost crew member option to threaten them with eternal damnation for their xenophobic ways. I've never seen that one before, and since we've never seen it before, we have to take it while we can. So let's do this. The rock captain cowers with fear when he lays eyes on our ghost crew member. The other ship transfers its cargo to us as an offering of penance. Wow. 8 missiles, a drone part, 59 scrap, and a burst laser Mark 1. If that had been anything better, it would have been great, because it's a terrible weapon. Probably just a random weapon selection, though. Oh, we have to drop it, too, I think. Lol, we have too many weapons. We haven't been able to find any stores lately. I could sell the small bomb, I guess. I don't think those are worth very much, but I don't even remember what the values of some of these weapons are. It's hard to say what the best option would be. Well, burst laser Mark 1 is pretty terrible, so we're just going to drop that. And we'll keep going. Thanks anyway there, gentlemen. That was an interesting rock event. I've never actually seen that one before. Of course I haven't, it's part of this mod, but regardless, still pretty cool. When we jump forward, we find an advanced rebel automated ship stationed near a small rebel space station. Without functioning sensors, it's impossible to tell what's inside, but that's not going to stop us. We're going to attack them to get to the station anyway. Here we go. Boop. We're also going to power up our systems, thank you. I'm not particularly interested in dealing with nothing here. And our breach bombs are no longer on our ship, which is a little bit sad. This is the one thing that they are good for, killing these guys without any problems. But whatever. We're going to use our Mega Ghost Boarding Strategy 9000 here. We'll send Kirkner and Pomeroy, our 2 non-original ghost members, to go take out their weaponry. Make sure that the halberd beam is offline as quickly as possible. We'll start ion blasting them, and even maybe start some fires on their ship just for fun. Alright. So, we might even send a second wave in to go hit the shields. That would probably be good. Our second wave can start taking down those high-level shields nice and quickly. Here we go. So, we could just ion blast them out too, but it's more fun to be able to actually do some damage, train up our crew a little bit while we're there. These guys should do some damage quite quickly. We're going to light some fires in their helm just for lols. Oh, I can't do that yet. The shield's on. That was silly of me. I don't know why I thought that would work. But we're going to keep pummeling them. Once those systems are down, we can move on to hull lasering them into an early grave, and everything should go just fine. Part of the reason we want to make sure we damage the shields and don't just ion blast them is that if we happen to miss a couple times, which is very possible with ships like this, we don't immediately get completely screwed over by the fact that we don't have any... There we go. We don't have any damage done, and then go back to full shields. We're going to hull laser them over here while we're waiting. There we go. They've actually fixed that dual laser already, which is a little bit unfortunate. And once we get a chance to get out of there, we'll do just that. Here we go. Fire the hull laser again. And we're going to jump out of there. So, zoop. We have no oxygen in our ship for some reason. I forgot to turn that back on, so that's not ideal. Let's turn on the oxygen system again. Thank you very much. Banshee back to weapons, Poltergeist back to engines, and you two back to the cloaking room. Alright, 1 second, folks. Alright, here we are once again. Let's keep doing some nice damage to these guys. Hit them in the shields. We should be able to hull laser them to death fairly shortly. We'll hit them in the helm just to make sure they can't actually dodge us. So we won't do as much damage this salvo, though it'll make it harder for that to happen. Unfortunately, we didn't hit both the shots, which means it's going to take them at least 2 more shots to actually take them out, which is a little bit unfortunate. We should really buy some more energy soon with our next up power, so we can power our cloak and things simultaneously, otherwise we're going to have a hard time running things. And let's make sure we can hull laser them to death. 1 more salvo if both of them hit should kill these guys, although it's hard to say for sure if it will. Let's fire them at that empty room. There we go, they go down. Very nice. We salvage 52 scrap from the broken ship, and we investigate the station, where we discover, ooh, the station was apparently designed to outfit rebel ships with drone systems. We find 23 scrap and a hull repair drone. That is fantastic. We're going to keep the hull repair drone, because those are worth $1 billion. I'm going to swap out the small bomb. The ghost breach isn't worth that much, but I don't want to get rid of it. But maybe the ion blast. I don't need that either. I don't know which one of these were worth more. I'm just getting rid of ones I don't want. Small bomb. Keep some variety in this hull. Okay. Okay. So we've got that done. We are going to accept, I believe, and yep, get out of here. So hopefully we'll be able to find a store soon. There's a store. What do you know? Speak of the devil. We're going to sell off some of this junk and maybe buy ourselves a drone system. An NG cargo vessel hails, proposing a mutually beneficial exchange of properties, and that smells to us like a bargain. We have a heal bomb, hull laser, and a bunch of slug crew. That's interesting. But we need a drone system. None of those things. We're going to sell the ion blast. We don't need that. Sell the hull laser. Don't need that. We'll keep on the hull repair drone, so that thing's amazing. And we'll keep the ghost breach, because it's not worth anything to sell anyway. I might decide we want it later on. I guess we'll buy some quick repairs here, back up to 20. Excuse me. Having a hard time doing anything right now. Blech. And we'll spend the rest of our money on some power. There we go. This is a nice power booster. Put that into our engines and our cloak, I believe. That sounds like a good use of our power to me. And we will prepare to keep moving. We'll put power into fire. More fire! And let's jump. How many jumps do we have left? We have probably enough to go... hang on. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe. We could probably go 1, 2, 3, and that'd be a good use of our time, though. So let's do that. We might lose out a little bit, but I'm okay with that. What do we find over here? We find a black market hub, where we receive a message that these are dangerous times, and if we have extra military-grade explosives, these people will gladly pay us for them. Well, luckily for them, we have 15 missiles. We'll happily sell them for 45 scrap. Done and done. They say it will help greatly, and the scrap will certainly help us, because we did not need all those missiles. We still have plenty. Much more than we need. Now, what do we upgrade with our upcoming power? I'm not sure. We'll hold on to it for the time being. No, we'll buy doors. I'm so indecisive. But we want the doors because that way, if boarders come on board, we have an easier time suffocating them to a horrible death. Let's jump over here now and see if we can find anything here. We spot a rebel ship in the Nebula ahead and stay off their radar. We can engage them or we can do nothing. Let's engage them. Prepare to chase. Here we go. We get completely disoriented in the Nebula and lose our bearings. It takes some time to get back to the beacon, and it's likely the fleet has had time to advance closer to our position. Really? I've never seen that outcome before. Apparently trying to chase these guys to the Nebula can actually make you get lost and make you lose time. Huh. It's a good thing we had some spare time in our pocket, otherwise we would not have been able to get to that exit. Interesting though, I've never actually seen that outcome. When we arrive at the long-range beacon hidden in the Nebula, there is of course nothing there because it is a Nebula beacon, and there are never anything in exit beacons at the Nebula. So let's jump out of here. We can go to the Rock homeworlds or Mantis-controlled sector, but since the Rock have worked out so well for us so far, we're going to go over there for fun too. Here we go. Over to the Rock homeworlds. Yes indeed. Excellent. The Rock people have a particularly aggressive stance towards alien races trespassing in their space. We should tread carefully here. And by tread carefully, you mean set them all on fire. However, we are not going to be continuing on further in this episode because we are, of course, out of time. Hopefully you have enjoyed watching us. This has been VanguardOfValor playing FTL on board the VSS Necromancy, modded in Ghost Cruiser version of the Kestral A by Morat48. If you're interested in getting this mod for yourself, you can find it in the description below. I apologize for the huge delay between the previous videos and this one, but like I said, I have been fairly sick. I've also gone out and bought a microphone, so I've been testing that thing out. Hopefully you like the sound quality. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.